Hey everybody, how you guys are doing out there in Radio Land? Thank you for tuning in, and you are listening to Shop Talk, and I am your host, Styles by Joni, and today we will be discussing our youth and our young people. I am really passionate about my young people, and they mean a lot to me. I'm out here like Auntie Joni to everybody, and I have a guest with me, who better yet to discuss that with is a young adult, and she's going to bring her enlightenment on what she feels that is needed, in our community of people, young people. So her name is Summer.
Hey,
Summer, thank you for coming.
thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So what do you feel right now in your heart that needs to be discussed and have a dialogue about our young people and try to reach some?
Well, I think it's interesting because today a lot of people are struggling. So we have COVID. We have a lot going on. You see just the fires in California to like the pestilences in other countries. It's really almost like living in a nightmare. And then it's to add on to that when you have kids, the perspective of young adults, it's an entirely different sort of struggle because
Right.
you have to grow up in this
Really
world.
fast.
Exactly. You have to grow up really fast. And then we have your normal, regular, like trying to find out who you are, those sort of struggles.
Yeah.
And then it's just amplified by the state of the world today.
Exactly. Yep. And that's what's worrying me because we're losing a lot of our youth, like mentally.
Definitely.
Mentally is really bad. It's starting from elementary.
Right.
From elementary kids,
Right.
to young adults, and they're having a hard time out here. And I really see it, and I hear it. I have young ones.
Yeah.
I have kids, adult kids, and they tell me all the time it's really hard.
It is.
And like you mentioned about the COVID,
Mm-hmm.
that's not helping because everything changed and flipped where they
Right.
have to change from their normal to a whole new normal.
Right, right.
You
And they
know.
have to adapt so quickly. It's like clockwork. They have new classes, online classes. They can't go in to see their friends anymore. They have to, still stay on top of their grades, and you have high school students who are trying to get into college. You have college students who are trying to succeed.
Everything just
right.
flipped.
And they're trying to start their careers, and it's just such a strange time. Everybody's getting laid off, and people who just graduated. I graduated 2 years ago, and I was fortunate enough to get a job, but it's like I can't imagine being
What the kids are going through right
being
now.
in this time
Yeah.
right now. You
Yeah.
just graduated. Everybody's getting laid off. You're supposed to be finding a job. It's so much stress and pressure
Right.
on the young people today.
And that's what I wanted to bring to light so that we can maybe do something or create some kind of resources or some kind of something, an outlet. Like I really would like for parents
Yeah.
to do their part as far as like talking to your kids. You don't know what they're going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that is missing. I know for a fact that some kids need to talk and need to express themselves,
Yeah.
but they can't because the parents are not on board with it.
And it's hard because when you have that generation who's coming, the parents are coming from a whole new generation, right?
Whole new generation.
And then you have the kids who are in this new generation. But what widens the gap are the issues between them.
Right. What's missing.
Our parents
Yes.
weren't dealing with COVID-19.
Right.
Our
No.
parents weren't dealing with this sort of technology that we have today. Our
Right.
parents weren't dealing with cyberbullying or all of these amplified issues.
That's come
right.
arise.
And
Yeah.
it's like the kid is like, how are you going to relate to me?
Right.
if
Where
you-
do I fit
Right.
in? Where do I fit in?
Exactly.
So, like you said about those generations that are that gap, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So that's why I so appreciate you being here because this is the gap.
Yeah.
You're in that generation, right?
Yeah.
This generation, and I come from a whole nother generation,
right.
which came with values and morals. You know what I'm saying? Faith
Right.
and God. And you get that rod, you know what I'm saying? You get that rod, and that's what's missing because the kids are not getting that. They took away that from the school system. They can't pray anymore. You know what I'm saying? They can't believe anymore. And I'm passionate about my kids. I'm passionate about all young people. They love me. You know what I'm saying? I'm old school, and they love me, and they gravitate to me. So I want to.
Right.
We are going to do something for the people.
But that's interesting.
Yes.
That's interesting how you talk about the different values between the older generation and the younger generation, right? It's like sometimes sometimes it seems like the younger generation is lacking direction in a way. But what they do appreciate though, what they do appreciate and what we want is change, and we want progress.
Very good.
And change, progress. We see a lot of the same issues that we've been having for generations. And I think this is the generation that wants to speak up.
Right. That's right.
Dead the issue.
And that's what you guys are doing. You're fighting and you're deading the issue. And that's why we need to vote. You young people have started something big. You hear me? And you guys are fighting and doing what you got to do. Because they're listening to you, you know what I'm saying? And we it's very important that you guys get out there and vote. Please get out there and vote. Do what you got to do.
Or just do something in your community. Do something, anything in your community. Because the voice, I think the young people have this mindset. It's like, we matter, what we say matters.
It does.
Well, our perspective is going to change something. And I think even you see that in the workplace too, because I know me and Joni were talking about this, where we don't want to just work to work.
Right,
we don't want to just work for some money, some cash, and then go to the next paycheck. We want to work for a purpose.
Exactly.
We want it to mean something.
Now that's crazy that you're saying that, because when I was working and I was doing exactly what you were saying back in the day, I felt a purpose.
Yeah.
I felt a purpose because the money, it wasn't so much the money. You know what I'm saying? Now in your generation is the money, but you're not making it.
Yeah.
So it's a different time.
It's so strange. I think you have, even just as a
What you trying to say?
Yeah,
go ahead. You're welcome. Thank you.
At the end of the day, too, you know what I'm saying? This generation, they do have a purpose, and they do want to, but they have no direction.
Right.
No direct, saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Dead the issue. But
Right.
They dead it.
Where are they going?
Right. They don't have anyone to tell them. Like,
Exactly.
Yo, there because we've already
been there. Exactly.
And their bully's a bully. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Carly Jones in back in the day. Jones until you cry. Like, you come to school, Bobo's on, they go.
Right.
Cry when you go home.
Yeah.
It's the same thing on the internet.
Yes,
it's
it's terrible.
Beyonce, if you don't look like Kim Kardashian,
Right.
make you cry.
Right, it's terrible.
So how do we treat and how do we show
Change that and
there's
show
no
them
change,
direction.
Just direction. Of how to deal with it.
Right.
I was a lost boy. I was a lost child. I was a dude that was underneath the cracks. Like I was. I was a dude that was like the one used to come to Aunt Jones' house. Like
Right. Yeah.
What's up?
Right.
Days, yo. Like what's up? I've been on the block all day.
Right.
And I go to Auntie Jones' house. She would make sure I'm good. Right. She gave me direction.
It takes a village to raise a child.
And we'll always
It takes a village to raise a child. That's right.
And you can't get to the kingdom of heaven unless you're a childlike.
Right. Yeah.
Where's
You good. I appreciate that. Yeah. Where's our village? Our village is going to start today.
We don't have a sense of community.
We don't have a village.
Right here. And
Our village. It's going to start today.
It's our purpose as
that's right.
To stand up and say, yo, come on, young man.
Yeah. Come with me. Come with me.
Come here.
Pull your pants up. Stop that. Don't do that. Don't talk to your mom like that. That's Auntie Joni. I'll do that.
He was at a barbershop and he said a love check. Let me learn how to, and young people have to learn how to receive.
Right.
Right.
Y'all ready to buck and
No,
fight?
they entitled. They feel entitled.
I say pull up your pants.
Right.
Like, what?
Yeah. They ready to attack. They're ready to attack because they're being attacked. They seeing it.
We see so much. Like
we see so
young
much.
People see so much. It's
Right.
overexposed.
Too much.
Overexposed to
Overexposure.
everything.
You need to direct and
Right.
be able to tell you, okay, this is good exposure, this is bad exposure.
Right.
I know the difference. I have a 10-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son. She's turning 11. Yo, there's certain dudes that you might want to deal with.
Yeah.
Certain dudes
You
I
just
promise
don't.
you ain't gonna want to.
Yeah.
Do what you want. You feel me?
Yeah.
But understand. These
Right.
are your options.
Right. These are
My
your
daughter
options. These are your options.
understands,
Your
okay,
options.
this is a good-
A, B.
And you know what you gonna get from A?
Apple, pear. Right.
Okay,
So
don't
this.
be mad at me when you choose A or B.
Right. Exactly.
I'm gonna
I told you.
I'm gonna be here to love you
Right.
when you come back.
Exactly.
When
But
you
that.
mess up.
but-
I got you. 'Cause
yes.
I love you unconditionally, and I'm not gonna judge you, and that's agape.
Exactly.
Come on.
That's what the kids missing though. That's what they missing. Everything you said right there. That's what they missing. They're not getting that part. We got to do that now. We can change that, and we got to do that now. Cause it's too much. It's too much out here that's upsetting, and we don't want to lose no more of our kids.
Amen.
I think the kids too. They're looking for something. They're searching for stuff. So you have some kids going into every different type of direction to find that guidance.
Right.
And where that guidance is, is
You see why I got her here? You see the different generation of what you're saying and going through
So
and
God
what
gives
verses.
wisdom in each generation.
In each generation.
Every generation, you're gonna have people with wisdom.
Wisdom.
And understanding.
That's
beyond
right.
Their years.
Beyond their years.
That was me. We called y'all old souls.
Mm-hmm.
The young bloods, like, yo, look at young, and OGs used
right,
to take
right,
us.
right.
The pimps, OGs used to take us like, yo, bro.
Right.
And now it doesn't.
It doesn't change. You see that?
There's beautiful people with beautiful minds that understand this ain't supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be different. That's God.
Right.
Like that's just inhabited. So when we meet in one spot, when two or more in the midst,
right.
in His presence. This is what that means.
Right.
We're the like minds.
Yeah.
In one spot, Christ is here.
We got to get that back. We got to get that back. We are not like minds because I can say something positive to a young person, and I'm getting attacked right away. But he don't know I'm OG. You ain't talking to me like that. You know. So you gonna get a spanking. Stop that. You know.
Where that comes from, I think, is an interesting discussion. I don't know, because I don't even know sometimes where that defense comes from, but I do know that because right now we're talking more what is that Gen Z, Gen Z X, Y, Z,
it's
right, like
Generation X,
right?
GX,
the whole
I don't know what is it.
Alphabet.
End the times. That's all.
But,
right.
But when you have that young, right? Because I'm a millennial, right? So millennials remember a time when technology was. We always had technology, but technology was, it got popular. We weren't raised on Instagram like these kids are raised by. That is their parents.
Right. That's it. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, who is raising you? And I don't want to be judgmental to the parents because the parents.
Well, radio,
right?
The music. Let's just say the music. We're talking the music, social media.
Raising your child, but it's hard for the parents to understand because they don't. That's not how they were raised. They don't realize the impact.
Because we were raised with our uncles and brothers in jail. You gotta understand, like our 85% or 90% of our culture, not even color, our culture is locked up. And that started 30
years.
My uncle got 35 years. I am never going to see him again. So I'll never get that training.
Right.
So now I had to go get training from JoJo.
From the OGs. From the OGs. And that's where I got it from.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So,
you know. Pops at? This is what I did as a child, as a youth.
Right.
What my dad, what my mom, where are these people? That's the trick. So now we're
But they are there. They are there, but we got to work.
That's it.
They are there. They are there. But we gotta.
But you know what the problem is too?
It's a lot of lacking of that closeness that you have with your children because we at work. You know what I mean?
But you said he was locked up for whatever he did, right?
Yes.
And it's like he knows he can guide you, right?
Yes.
Obviously can't guide you from where he is.
Right.
But you know what what people don't even realize is that's training.
Absolutely.
He's gone.
Right. Don't do what he did.
But you would hope it's don't do.
Right.
It's not.
They're not getting it that way.
Because they love people.
Right.
They love. They're gonna love. That's your uncle. You're gonna love him.
Yeah.
And we can't. People want to be like people we love.
Absolutely.
Right.
And unfortunately,
something was twisted there. Something twisted there.
But see, when I was a youth,
yeah,
you were just being born.
Mm-hmm.
So what I went through as a youth,
and
realized and got over and had therapy and like, all right, now I'm able to train.
Right.
Now you're now.
But it's 10 times worse. It's 10 times more.
10 years has passed.
Right.
10, 20 years has passed for me to understand. Like I got to go back and go get these people.
Right.
So now I'm talking to Generation X, and there's a gap of your gap.
Right. In between that,
So now we're coming back to try to make time.
Yeah.
But it's okay because we're here today.
That's right.
That's why we're gonna change.
And that's why we're gonna change that, and we're gonna do what we gotta do.
Right.
And I'll be back. We'll be back in a minute, y'all. Okay, y'all stay tuned. Stay tuned. It's hot.
Stop playing.